The transfer window is now in full swing and next season will be upon us before you know it. And at almost every club, that means someone who desperately needs to move on and re-energize a stalled career. We will name one player from each club who we think needs to leave their club in this transfer window. So firstly, Arsenal and Emile Smith-Rowe. Arsenal don't really want to sell him and he doesn't really want to leave. Understandable on both fronts, but surely not the best plan for a player whose path back to the first team isn't going to get any easier if Kai Havertz joins the scrum of players ahead of him in the pecking order. Next is Aston Villa and Philippe Coutinho. Good vibes abound at Villa currently, but not from Coutinho, who is the chief hangover of the Steven Gerrard unpleasantness on an alarmingly long and no doubt chunky contract. Still 3 years left on that bad boy for a player whose last 3 Premier League appearances came in 3 defeats. Note he didn't feature once in the final 15 games of the season, during which Villa lost only twice to secure European football. Bournemouth is up next with Mark Travers. Nothing wrong with being a second-choice keeper, but hard to do it when you've had a taste of being the number one. Admittedly, Travers' taste of being a Premier League number one was to concede an awful number of goals, 32 in 12 games. Surely a championship club will come calling. Next is Brentford, David Raya. Easy one this, because he said it himself. I'm 27 now and I feel like I'm at the point in my career when I want to make that step up. There are options out there, but it's not just my ambitions, the club also needs to let me go. The final be-named club is Brighton and Robert Sanchez. Sanchez is the most obvious who needs to move, having lost his place in the Brighton goal to superior baller Jason Steele. There will be more games to go round at the Amex next season, but even so, the Brighton bench is no place for a Spain international goalkeeper. So Chelsea, and we think it should be Marc Cucurella. Cucurella had a torrid first season at Stamford Bridge, is surely not going to be Pochettino first choice. We feel Chelsea will be buying a new left back. Crystal Palace and the forgotten man Jairo Riedwald. He signed a bizarre contract extension in 2021 and since then only played 97 minutes of football. What makes it worse is he still has another 12 months remaining on his contract. Next is Everton and Dele Alli. If Dele Alli plays 7 more games for Everton, they have to pay Spurs £10 million. We don't think Daniel Levy is counting on that cash coming in, to be honest. Who knows what happens next for Dele after a disastrous and injury-plagued loan spell with Besiktas, but there are few things we'd like to see more than an unlikely renaissance. Fulham and João Palhinha. This one is a bit weird. Fulham are a good side, but João Palhinha is European level, so West Ham are looking at him as a Declan Rice replacement. And finally, to end the first part, we have Liverpool and Nat Phillips. Unfortunately, Nat Phillips is not Liverpool standard, yet alone Premier League standard. We think he could find a home at a championship club or a bottom-half Premier League club, but only as a rotational option. Come on Nat, do the right thing for your career. So there we have it, part 1 of players we think need a move this transfer window. Stay tuned for part 2.